Welcome down to the Malted Man Cave. I'm Keith.
And I'm Dave.
Tonight, we're doing a Tomatin.
Tomatin.
All right, so we're back, and as I said, tonight we're going to be doing a Tomatin. Have you ever had Tomatin?
We've done it before.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm pretty sure I did Tomatin by myself.
I've watched a lot of whiskey reviews too.
So
and sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I've had that, and I've just watched a review of somebody else having that.
Yeah. I think this might be your first one, because I think I did the Tomatin 18 by myself, and I'm trying to think if we did anything else. But anyways, tonight we're going to be doing Tomatin 12. Have you heard of Tomatin?
I have.
So, for those of you who don't know, Tomatin's is kind of a distillery. It's not known for being like super something that connoisseurs pine after. However, and to be honest and to be clear, not all of their stuff is amazing by any means. Mm-hmm. But when they do things right, which they sometimes, for like little single cask release, or the old Tomatin 18 at 46% ABV, with a pretty decent sherry cask, man, it was pretty stinking good. So I think they use a lot of Tomatin goes into blends. So there's not a ton of single malts, but when they do, sometimes it can be pretty good. So I will say this, without ruining it too much, I definitely think that for what they are, and I'm not going to say this is going to be like a 95 out of 100, but man, for a 12-year-old, it's pretty decent stuff. So, without further ado,
let's get into it. I'm excited.
This was matured in bourbon and sherry cask. It comes in at 43% ABV. Not sure about the natural color or chill filtration. We'll put it right there. It's known as the softer side of the Highlands. Since 1897, apparently that's when it was opened. Anything else? It says a rich, fruity aroma is the prelude to sweet, smooth flavors of ripe apples. There you go, Dave. Here's your notes. Pears and a subtle suggestion of nut before the long, lingering, pleasing, oily finish. So
I literally have a light apple pear. Like my first.
That was what you were gonna put.
Like it's. To
be honest, I mean, like the bourbon cask definitely gives.
So he let me have a little,
little
sniff of it before this review, just so I wasn't totally blind. Yeah, funny.
All right, let's get into it.
I have paint all over my hands tonight. I tried to get it off.
Here, you can pour. Pour heavy if you're thirsty.
Oh, always.
I'm not really saving it for anybody. All right, so without further ado, Dave, what do you get on the schnoz?
Well, like I said, right off the bat, I put my big old schnoz in there, and I get a very light, I just see like white fleshy fruit, like a pear, like a very crisp light apple.
Yep. Absolutely. It's definitely apples. I mean, you'd have to be... Yeah. I mean, you could not know anything about whiskey and like never have nosed a whiskey before and get apples.
Yeah, and get apples. And then strangely, not strangely, but it reminds me a little bit. There is a little very dry Merlot, like a red wine for me. I don't know if you ever had like a really dry wine, but
I mean, there is a little bit of sherry influence, so you can actually find some kind of like,
but
sherry
more heavier on like
flavors.
When I put my nose in it. It just reminds me of like drinking wine. That's a
I actually agree. I can go there with you.
Anyways,
so initially, it kind of scares me because I kind of get this like kind of sweet, but almost like substitute Splenda sweet that I kind of immediately start to think of Downmore. And my alarm bells start to go off like abort. But then it clears and it goes away. And then you kind of get some nice honey, gristy, malty, barley sugar notes.
Dude, I just got Honeycrisp cereal for the kids. It's literally like puffed wheat, the barley,
absolutely,
molasses, brown sugar.
And oddly enough, I get almost like buttered popcorn. Like a buttery.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like almost like the like a popped popcorn butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slightest touch of like white chocolate and a little bit of floral, maybe daisies. It would be the flower that
Your popcorn reminded me a little bit of that butter. It's got kind of a peppery feel to it too on the nose.
Definitely apples, pears galore. Just orchard fruits.
Yep.
Just hit you right in the face.
Not rotting and mown over.
What review is
I don't know. Mown over pears.
I'm sorry. I just hit you too hard. I heard you like chest. All right, what do you got on the palate? I may be fat, but at least I'm still big.
You're cultivating mass.
I've reached a new low in my life. 37 years old, and I already need a CPAP machine.
Dude, I was on a CPAP machine for a little bit.
I will say this.
You sleeping better?
I feel better.
Good.
And so hopefully that the weight will follow. I've been talking about this for a while.
Dude, literally takes years off your life not breathing correctly at night. Like you're killing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that.
Like, you did the sleep clinic.
Yeah.
I did the sleep clinic.
They said I woke up 73 times.
Jeez.
In one
so
night.
you didn't sleep.
Not at all.
Right.
And I was like, so that's why I'm so tired all the time.
Yeah.
And when my wife thinks every time I want to take a nap, she's like, you just piece of crap.
Why are you so tired?
Medical condition.
You slept all night. But I was killing myself all night. Holding my breath.
What do you get on the palate?
Orchard fruits continue. A little of the bourbon, the oaky feel to it. A little, it's almost like a
little vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla molasses, brown sugar.
Frosting, white frosting. A little bit.
Yeah. So definitely frosting. Man, I really, so going with the orchard fruit apple, that buttery, it's like a buttery crust to it. It's got a very nice, just a fresh apple pie kind of feel to it.
Yep.
Taste to it.
So
it's delicious, man. And mandarin oranges was the other thing I had on the, it's got a little bit of,
like in the syrup.
Yeah. I was gonna put, so I even put fruit cups down because in nondescript fruit cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I get kind of all that malty, gristy, honeyed barley sugar, and then all of a sudden it's all those orchard fruits, but it's almost more like dried peaches, dried pineapple, dried apple, dried pears with like a little bit of the
almost like a dry Merlot.
That too.
Dry.
Like the powdered confectionery sugar they put on dried fruit a lot. A little bit of vanilla, the frosting. A little creepiness of that like kind of substitute sugary that I get with Dalmore, but it's just there and then it goes away and then all the pleasantness comes back.
Yeah, what do you think that is? I'm with you on that. It's there for a moment.
Remember to go again.
Yep.
Floral again. Maybe even a slight cough syrup nerve. Like not strong at all. Like it's not like don't let that scare you away if you don't like if you're not a fan of cough syrup. Just like that slight kind of eucalyptus, slight cough syrupy, just slightly faintly there in the background. Pancake syrup. But the orchard fruits, man, and the barley sugar, honeycomb. Those are the two main, the orchard fruits, the apples, and then the gristy honeyness.
I'm with you on the, and for me, it really reminds me, and probably because I just had it, but that if you ever had Honeycrisp cereal, it's literally just like puffed wheat with brown sugar and molasses.
This one has definitely gotten better as it's gone down the bottle. Also, Tomatin, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, maybe 2-3-4 years ago, they went through a rebranding and they changed their bottles. I, for one, was not real thrilled with it because I really loved Tomatin 18, and then they changed the bottle. Just like I used to love Highland Park 18, and now they have all this like Viking Valhalla crap, and I'm like, is that still the same juice? Do I really want to roll
Right,
the dice
right,
and
right,
like buy it?
Are you tricking
And
me
it's probably
to buy
just
this?
psychosomatic.
Right.
In my mind, it probably still the same stuff, but wasn't a fan of them changing the bottles, but it's pretty good stuff. Not bad for entry level 12-year-old. What about the finish? Long, medium, short?
So for me, it is probably the weakest part of it is the finish for me.
We totally forgot to turn the fridge off.
If you look like a couple minutes ago, as it starts and you're talking, I go like this.
Because it turned on.
Because Keith is normally a little bit paranoid about getting all the loud appliances off.
Not parrot, dude. Have you ever listened to it?
I
Like the heat turns on and then that turns on.
It's
pretty
legit.
bad.
It's legit. Anyways,
So
bear
sorry,
with
guys.
us. Bear with us. We're
We're just a bunch of noobs.
Yeah. So medium finish for me. A lot of those fresh fruits are there. Pepper, a little bit of like white pepper.
There is a little white pepper there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A little oak, too.
Mm-hmm. And then some of those lighter notes, with, like the frosting for me, and some of the sugary notes are there, kind of coming out. Maybe some of the buttered popcorn, like you said.
Yeah.
A little like the aftertaste.
Yeah, that buttery popcorn is there on the palate. I don't think I mentioned that. It is still there on the palate and then the finish. Same for me. It's short to medium. Leaning closer to medium than I would have thought, actually. For 43%, I'm not sure if it's chill. I'm guessing it's chill filtered if I was a betting man. Although I'm pretty sure Tomatin 18 is natural color and not chill filtered, but I'm not sure about this. Again, like I said, we will post it early in the video. But closer to medium, surprisingly so. It's got a lot of that oak and white pepper that you're talking about.
Yeah.
With all the orchard fruits and the honey barley sugar.
Just takes me on a journey.
Tell you what, man.
Yeah. It's
All right, I'm not gonna. Those of you guys who watch us who drink like Highland Park 30 and have been in the whiskey game for a while, this probably isn't gonna like wow you. But if you're new to whiskey, or maybe you've been in whiskey for a long time and you're just not a baller, you just can't afford $300-$400 bottles, which I can't always. So I have friends in high places that I mooch off of, and occasionally for Christmas or New Year's I get like
It's me. He gets all of his whiskey from me.
Yeah, I wish. I'm still waiting for you to buy the first bottle, bro.
Oh, are you waiting for me? I thought these were all my bottles.
But this one's a solid 83, maybe almost 84 out of 100.
That's exactly
But
right.
as a newbie, this is a great whiskey. I would recommend this to a new person in Scotch all day, every day.
Great place to start. I'm right there with you. I'm probably up a little higher because
This is your wheelhouse, bourbon.
this feels
bourbon,
great
honeyed,
to
and-
me. Yep, it's nice and easy. Now, I have been pampered with the higher ABV.
You starting to like? Because for a while there, you didn't like it as much.
How have I... Talking to the guy who used to chug Cuervo.
Oh, and 151 with grape.
Remember when I would
grape juice?
I would put it in my mouth and I would gargle,
Oh.
and like everybody would be watching. Ugh. Oh, college.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But so what is it?
85 for me.
So, you guys, like we said, people that are really into it, it's not gonna be like your favorite. But if you're newer, or if you just want a decent daily drinker that you like, kind of wet your whistle with your first pour of the night before this is a great option.
Great option.
I would be happy if I saw this at a restaurant and pick it up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Malted Man Cave score. I can't talk tonight. Malted Man Cave score 83, 85. Question of the night.
So,
We were right about Ohio State beating Clemson, and terribly wrong about.
or no, terribly right about.
Yeah, we did
Alabama.
kind of say that might happen.
Yeah.
But I think I picked. I will say this, and of course, no one's going to talk about it. No one will remember it. But we did have our
A
stud
touchdown
running back.
taken away.
We did have our stud running back for one play. Then he was hurt. We were missing two starting defensive linemen, and a total of 16 players to COVID.
So we had some excuses.
We had some excuses, but I will say, even if we had our whole team, I think that they were going to beat us. But question of the night is a basketball question. Dave had me look up a parody about LeBron.
I'm 36.
So
Just Google
go ahead and
LeBron James Harden parody.
LeBron James Harden parody.
Yeah, and
Explain it a little bit.
yeah, so James Harden is started off with Oklahoma City Thunder with Kevin Durant. Went to Houston, Kevin Durant went to Golden State. Now they are back on the same team. Kevin Durant is with Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn, and they just traded for James Harden, which is 3 of the top
Scorers for sure.
yeah, probably top 10 scorers in the NBA right now. So
And that's part of the dilemma is there
Yeah.
going to be enough balls?
so
Enough
our
basketball.
question of the night is how do we evaluate it? What do we think of it? What is the future for it, and how are the Lakers looking to repeat?
So I actually haven't watched a bunch of Lakers. I
Me either,
typically
man.
wait until after football and then
Yeah,
I start
yeah,
watching
yeah.
NBA. If Harden plays defense, which he did play a little bit better. That's another funny YouTube video to watch him when he used to
His
not play
highlight clip,
Yeah, when he
his
did not play defense
unhighlight clip.
at all.
Yeah.
But he did play a little bit better defense last year, and if he continues to play defense, if he can humble himself, which I think he's going to, because I think he realizes he's not going to win.
That boy
on his own.
is thick this season with 3 C's.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a big boy.
like
He's been going
Muscle?
to the buffet
Or
at the
fat?
strip club.
really,
Oh,
Harden.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy. He's using the season
So
to
he's
thin
his
down.
feelings.
He is Zion Williamson 20 years from now.
Oh my god!
Like,
Really?
just like you should see some pictures.
So,
He's got to get in shape.
He's got to come off the bench. I think. I know that sounds
Dude, he
weird.
just had
for
a
somebody-
his first game with the Nets though. He had a triple double.
Yeah, I heard. I saw that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in my mind, Kyrie and KD start, and Kyrie handles the ball and then distributes and, kicks it to KD, whatever, in his little 15, 12 foot. And then, once Kyrie gets a little tired, give him a blow, have Harden bring the ball up, distribute, give to KD. Obviously different packages and different timing to it.
Yeah.
But Kyrie's the key. I think KD can obviously kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
Though he's getting a little bit of an ego in his old age that he didn't used to have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, it could be an absolute train wreck, or it could work amazing. And
I think all 3 of them.
everybody.
I think all 3 of them have the potential to be
Great.
fantastic teammates,
Yeah.
or each one of them individually a train wreck that is just funny to watch.
So it could go-
Kyrie is insane. Maybe legitimately. I don't know. He hasn't talked to the media all year long. He just got
Oh,
fined.
dude,
like
he's definitely mentally ill.
he just got fined. Like
He still he thinks the world is flat.
I know.
He's dead.
Yeah,
dead serious.
like I just don't understand. He seems like an intelligent guy.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being brilliant and crazy, and it's true. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people who are very intelligent.
Beautiful mind. Kyrie has a beautiful mind.
Very beautiful mind. He's an eccentric cat.
Yes, he is an exception.
Kyrie,
I'm 36.
Why you need James?
Why
though?
you need James?
Why you need James Harden though? You gotta check it out. It's funny. So
Stop throwing the ball.
I think they'll definitely come out of the East.
Yeah. I think
They'll
it's
come
a
out
tough
east.
squad. I think they gave up I really like Jared Allen, the center for the Nets. Now he's with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Such a sad.
But he's a promising big man. Dude, Cleveland is stacked at the big man. We have, unless I haven't kept up with it, but as far as my knowledge, McGee, Kevin Love, Andre
They
Drummond.
got JaVale.
Yeah,
He went to Cleveland.
Andre Drummond, and
Oh,
now Jared Allen.
Wow.
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So we shall see. Thank you guys always for watching.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe. Remember, Scotch is king.
But bourbon really is bad.